Russian Camelot, favourite for the Derby. Set. Racing. Russian Camelot stepped fair. Away nicely was Sopods with the Moonlight Gambler and Dalasan rolling forward. St Arnica not far away. Rising Archie deeper out, pressing on. He might eye off the lead. Moonlight Maid's gone forward. And Warning's just sitting in behind the main division as they work out of the stretch. Just tracking them is St Eustace from Zaydani, Rock Steady, Exalted Ambition, and Russian Camelot eased out in the initial stages. He's caught 3 deep at the moment as they still shuffle and sort out their order in the TAB South Australian Derby for 2020. And the leader is Rising Archie as they make their way to the 1800 metres. Moonlight Maid now goes to sit outside of him. A length and a half further back to St Arnica, who's travelling third on the outside of the Moonlight Gambler, fourth. 3/4 then to Sopods, followed by Warning down on the rail, and 3/4 away Dalasan midfield. He's one off the fence. 2 further back then to Zaydani, who settles on the inside of St Eustace. 2.5 further back then to Rock Steady, Exalted Ambition, and Russian Camelot is 3 deep and he's at the tail end of the field as they run to the back of the course, and the leader, Rising Archie, makes play. Leads by 3/4 to Moonlight Maid second. 2 further back the Moonlight Gambler, who's third on the inside of St Arnica. 2 further back Sopods, who's covering up Warning. Then 2 to Dalasan, racing on his Pat Malone. 2 further back St Eustace, Zaydani. Russian Camelot, he's been 3 deep, no cover, back last for the entire journey on the outside of Exalted Ambition. And one of the last is Rock Steady. They've gone inside the 1,000 now, and the leader, and it's Moonlight Maid pouring some pressure in now to Rising Archie, a long way from home. They've moved 2 lengths clear. St Arnica's third on the outside of the Moonlight Gambler, who's had a solid run in the race. Sopods Warning. Dalasan starting to ease out now. St Eustace letting go with his run. Russian Camelot's trying to get onto their back from Zaydani. Then Exalted Ambition and Rock Steady last of all. Going to the front, Moonlight Maid, and she dashed for home at the 400 metres. She's a couple clear. Giving chase the Moonlight Gambler. Sopods, Dalasan's cruising up as they come to the corner. St Eustace, Russian Camelot's getting to the outside. Moonlight Maid kicked away at the 200 metres. She's clear. Dalasan joining in. So's Warning, getting a split now. And here comes Russian Camelot with a big bounding run. Dalasan laid into the fence, but he's got the lead. Russian Camelot's after him. Then Warning and Zaydani. It's in front, Russian Camelot from Dalasan, and he's king of the castle. Russian Camelot, he takes the Derby from Dalasan, and Warning is third. Then Zaydani, and further back to Moonlight Maid at the head of the others from the Moonlight Gambler. Then St Eustace. Rock Steady was next from Exalted Ambition. St Arnica, they were followed then by Sopods towards the back, beating one home. Rising Archie is last. What a big run from Russian Camelot. Sitting 3 deep, no cover. Peeling to the outside. And a bit of a smug look there from John Allen going over the wire to take out the TAB South Australian Derby. Russian Camelot for Danny O'Brien. John Allen, that's a riding treble. Overhauling Dalasan in 2:42.04. 2:42.04, 4, 1, and a photo officially between Warning and Zaydani, with Warning getting that. 4, 1 and 2. 4, 1 and 2. 2:42.04. 2:42.04. Officially fourth is number 14. Zaydani, and fifth goes to 12, Moonlight Maid. So 4-1-2, 4-1-2-14. So a comprehensive performance by Russian Camelot, by Camelot out of Lady Babushka, John Allen and Danny O'Brien, taking out the South Australian Derby from Dalasan, Warning and Zaydani. 4-1-2 and 14. 4-1-2 and 14. Runners are returning.